Hello everybody, welcome to this new video on regular expression in Python. So nearly I guess every programming language supports this regular expression, and it's not something that you often use or we often use, but sometimes it really comes in handy or as a powerful tool to preprocess our data or extract something from a text file. Okay, so let's get into the video and see what it is actually. So at first you need to import this RE module. Okay, this is our regular expression module, and here it's just a bit of text uh, within three quotations. You see, multiple lines of string within this three quotations. Okay, so this is our text. Oh, what's the problem? Oh, I have already given it here. Okay, so this is our text. Fine. Now to run regular expression or to find anything from a text, we need to write a pattern. So to write a pattern, at first you need to write this re module re dot. It's like calling a method re dot search search search, and what the pattern should be in quotation mark. Okay, now let's say I want to see, is there any John John in this text? Okay, so now it will give us an error, one required, one missing argument. So that argument, second argument, will be our text, this text. Okay, now it will give us a match. So it searched the name John and it found it, and span, that is index was 0 to 4. Okay, 0 to 4. Okay, now I'm going to just copy. Let's say something else, like it just gives us index. Now let's say we want to see how many times this Jimmy is in this text. Okay, so ra.find out, it will return us our desired word as many times it's occurring in this text. Okay, so let's say Jimmy Jimmy and pass the text. Okay, and says no. Oh, because it's uh, case sensitive, so it should be in uppercase. Yep, so we found it twice, first here, another one is here. Okay, so and from now on we'll be using this find all method. So I'm just going to copy this one because I'll be using this one repeatedly. Alright, so now there's some special characters in regular expression to capture complex patterns, and we'll be using them, some of them, um, one by one. So one of them is this \d, that is for digits. It will actually capture or extract any digit in our text. So let's see what it does. You can see it's going to extract all the digits in our, you can see here we have some digits, and it's like splitting them. Now let's see, there's another one is called this plus sign. That means we want digits, and this plus means one or more. That is, we want one or more digits in our text. So, yeah, we have actually two digits here, and we have extracted that. And there's another special character is dot, and what it does is any character, it matches any character. So here we want digit followed by any character, then one more time. So let's see. So here you can see this first digit, it has nothing after it, but the second one has this text after it. That's why first one is just one digit, then second one has some text after that. So this dot sign represents what? Any character. Okay. Now let's say we want, there's another special character is backslash capital S. That is no white space. We want digits without any white space. Okay, that's it. So that's a little bit of about digits. Now let's say summation. I want to sum all the digits in our text. Now it's actually a small text, but maybe you have a large text with some numbers and you want to add them up. Here we got two of them. So how can I do that? So you need to do that you need to write a for loop actually. So let's say total equals 0. Now for I in what this pattern here, so it will return us what? Two digits. For I in this pattern, we are going to update our total plus equal, that is total. Okay, means total equal total plus I. And what it does is actually at the first iteration our I is this one, so our total is 1205. At the second iteration I is this one, 5000. So now total will be the previous one, that is previously our total was 1000. Now it will be added with this 5000. So let's see. Print total. Oops, what happened? Oh, now this I is actually string. It's not integer. So we need to convert it into integer. Yep. So you can see we we have now the sum of all those numbers. Now if you add one more and let's run it. Now we can also use list comprehension, like what? For I in, it's going to be a bit easy one. For I in this pattern, we need to print this I. Yeah? Yep. And this I should be in integer format. So we need to we're going to use this built-in sum method, and let's see. Int for I in. Okay, so you can see same thing. And here you can add another thing like see. Now the same thing you can extract by using there's another way. This is square bracket notation. So we are going to use 0 to 9. That means we are going to extract any number 0 to 9, which is same to this backslash d. So any number one more time. Okay. So giving us the same thing. This 120 is because we just added this one. Okay. Okay, so that's just the beginning. Now we are going to see how to extract words. Okay. Now I dot find all, and from now on we'll be using this R syntax to avoid some unexpected error. Okay, so let's say you want to extract all the words that starts with capital letter. Okay, so to do that we'll be using this square bracket syntax, and within it we'll use what a to capital A to Z. Okay, so let's see what it returns. Oh shit, that text. So it's just giving us those capital letters, and we want followed by one or more of them. Maybe no, it's just the same thing. Followed by any character. So it's giving us the whole text, but we don't want any white space in between. So yep, now we have just the words that are starting with what, this capital letter. Okay, so we can see some YY. Now let's say we want to see any word that ends with this Y. Okay, so it could be uppercase A to Z or lowercase. So to um, allow lowercase letters, we'll be using A to Z lowercase, and we don't need this white space or this dot again. Just any letter one more time followed by a Y or ends with this Y. Okay, so let's see. Yep, so we have this everybody, Jimmy, actually Jimmy. These are all ends with this Y. Okay, now there's one easy way like that D replacing this one. Here also there's another one is backslash W. So let's see that I dot find all, and this R and txt. I'm just going to copy it because we're using it a lot. So now here we are going to use our pattern, and that pattern will be just backslash W. Okay, then followed by one more character one more time, and ends with this Y. See, the same result, and we don't have to use this whole thing. So now let's see what this W actually does. So let's say we're just using this W. So it's like splitting all those, or like iterating over all those words in our text. It's actually just not a word. It words also, I guess, it extract numbers also. Now let's say you want to extract only 3 words from your text. So now see our text again. Okay, so re dot find all. Now we are saying that we want to extract just 3 words. So backslash W. Then now we'll be using this curly brace, and here we are going to provide our limit. So it's just exact 3 words. Okay, and let's give our text T. So you can see it's providing us just three words, but it's like splitting all the words, whether it's 3 word or 5 words, whatever. So it's splitting our words if it's more than three, containing more than 3 words, and providing us just first 3 letters. Okay, and we don't want that. So to avoid it, we'll be using another special character, that is \b. Now let's see what it does. Now seems like again the same thing what it did previously, but now it's extracting or providing us the last 3 words. Okay, if there's any 3 letter word, then that's okay, fine. You can see his. Here we have this his, but here brother, it extracts that her from brother. Okay, now to be exactly 3 words, we'll be using this \b again. So run it again. Now you can see it's now just providing us all the things alphanumeric character that are exactly 3 words long. Okay, so how does this curly brace thing works? It's actually like what curly brace. It takes 2 elements n comma m. N is our upper bound, m is sorry, n is lower bound, m is upper bound. So let's see another example for that. Here we said we want just 3 words. Okay, so let's put one comma here. That means we want at least our output will be at least 3 words long, and there's no upper bound here. So let's see what did, oh, yep, you can see all of them are at least 3 words long, but it could be more than that. No upper boundary. So if you say 5, so our output should be 3 to 5 letters long. You can see not more than 5. Okay, now if you give things like that, it's telling us that, telling them like give us something that is at most, it could be at most 5 letters long, not more than that. Okay, so they are, all of them are below, less than or below 5, I guess. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5. Yep. So that's it. That's how this m and thing works. Now let's talk about something else, like starts with sta. Alright, now in this section we are going to see, let's say we have a text and we want to see whether this we have multiple lines, let's say for example, and we want to see how many of them or how many of the lines starts with, let's say, John or something else. We want to know that. So re dot find all. Okay, and that's why I want to know, is there any line that starts with John? Okay, so to do that you need to just use that caret sign. Okay, it means John is starting from the beginning of this line. Okay, so yes, now if I put it in lowercase, it's giving us blank. Okay, so now we're going to use one, import one or load one what text file to show that in file for line in file we are going to print line. Okay, let's see the data. Oh my goodness, it's a long file. So now you can see here, first line starts with from. There's many other lines. Those are starting with received thing, and now you're going to test them. Actually, how many of the lines are starting with received or from such things. All right, now you're going to make one variable so that we can pass that variable into our expression. So let's say text equal line dot strip. Now this strip function is just to remove all those white spaces, extra spaces. Okay. Now you can also print that text print txt. Now you can see all those spaces are gone. Okay. Now we are going to write our expression. So reg, that is our expression. I dot find all what I'm doing. Yep. Now we are going to see how many lines are starting with from. Okay, so this caret sign, okay, this caret sign, then fr from, and here we need to pass our text. Okay, so let's print it here. Print this reg. All right, so now over here you can see that we have some lines that starts with from, but there's a lot of lines that doesn't start with from. Okay, that's why these are blanks. Now to avoid those blanks or to skip those blanks, we need to write something. So let's say if length of our expression is equal to 0 or not equal to 1 or less than or equal to 0, then we're going to skip it. So continue. Okay, now let's see what it returns. You can see now just from we're skipping all those blanks. Now to know how the length of, I mean how many lines starts with from, we need to create one empty list. So this is our list lst. Okay, now we are going to append it. So lst dot append, what? Append this reg. Okay, we are going to append this list one by one, all those from. Okay, so we are interested in length. So print length of that lst. Now run it again and let's see again. 54. So 54 lines start with from. Now to see the whole line you need to write, so I want to see something that starts with from followed by any character one more time. Okay, so let's see that. Now you can see that full line. So from, you can see after from we have some mail address associated with its date. Alright, so now you can see some from are starting with this column. Okay, now let's say you don't want lines that has this column. So how do we get rid of that? To get rid of that, you need to use this square bracket syntax, and within it we'll be using this caret sign. Okay, and what we don't want in our pattern is column. So this means we don't want this column. Now if you write here just give one space, so that means we don't want any space from uh, we don't want any space in between from and next things words. Okay, so now it's not word, it's just this thing. So let's see. Now you can see we have all the lines where there is no colon after from. Okay, fine. Now let's say I want to see all the lines that starts with from received. You can see here that there's a lot of lines starts with received. So let's see how many of them starts with received. Going to be okay. Seems like huge, 243 lines. Now if you want to know both of them at the same time, so let's say um, what received and from lines either starts with from or received. So to do that, we are going to wrap them into this bracket, and this sign is indicating that either from or received. Okay, so run it. You can see from some lines are received, both of them at the same time. We are printing a total of 297 lines. Okay, so now let's say we want to see a line ends with Java. How many lines are ending with this Java thing? Okay, so to do that, we're using JAVA. Okay, now it's the end of our line. So there's another special character is dollar sign. Now let's see. You can see how many lines. 60 lines. Now to see the full line, um, again you need to see followed by one more character, any character. Oh no, not here. It will be this side. Before that, any character one more time, isn't it? Yeah. So you can see the whole line. So that's how you can do such things. Now what? Now you're going to you're not going to use that for loop anymore. Just let's copy this one. Let's say I want to extract all those mails starting with from. Okay, so text, what was that? It was file dot read. So read means you are reading the whole text. Now if you write here read line, then that means you are reading just one single line, and that won't give you what all the records in your data. It will give you just for one single line. So now let's say we want to again re dot find all the lines that starts with that from and txt followed by yeah. So we are just interested in what in this email address. Okay, so now we are going to write what to specify that we'll be using so line starts with from followed by any character one more time, then we want this at the red sign essential in our mail, then followed by any character one more time. Okay, without any white space, because if we extract things with white space, then it will also grab that what dates. Okay, so let's see how it comes. Fine. Now let's say for example you don't want to include those that starts with from then one what um, colon. So to remove that, we'll be using that. Okay, so fine. Now these are our email. Now let's say we want to also extract those what those dates that we saw earlier. So just so that yep, all those dates. Now to do that, what we'll do is re dot find all. Now you can see dates are at first three words, again three words, then one single word, then sorry single digit, then some digits. So we're going to use this some words. How many of them? It's exactly three. Then followed by a space and again some words. How many of them? Again three. Okay. Then you can see here two space actually. So you need to give two space and one single digit. Okay. Now one single digit, then again space, some digits, isn't it? Yep. So again digits followed by any character one more time. So let's run it. Oh, mm, and text. Yep. So we successfully pull out all those dates. So let's say this is date and it was what mail address. So our mail, our dates. Now let's say we want to zip them, want to print them at the same time. So for let's say email comma what e comma time in it's t, then let's say tab one tab of space t mail. Okay, so let's see what it returns. Too many values to unpack, expect to te or t in zip, sorry for t in zip, capitalized so small. Yep. So now you can see all the mails with their dates. Now you can easily add those things in your database, SQL Lite database, if you want to. Okay, so that was a little bit pulling out some data from a text file. Now we are going to see some date matching. Okay. Now one thing to note here is that we don't want this from in our mail. Okay. So we still want to match this from, but don't want to print this out. So how do we do that? So to do that, it's called grouping. We need to embed our desired one in a bracket. So just want to print this portion out and not this one, but we still want to match that but don't print it. Okay, so let's see. Now you can see from is not printed here, just this portion. Okay, so let's see. Now you can see mail is just mail address. Now if you delete that bracket, then it will again print those from. But you can also use another thing is called like a question mark and one colon. Okay, now you can see without removing that bracket, it's going to print that. So and we'll see that this its use shortly. Now, okay. So now let's see some date matching. Okay. Now let's say this is our text, new text. We have some date, different types of dates. Okay, you can see here October, January at the middle, here October at the beginning. So how do we match all of them in one single expression? So let's see how can we do that. At first we're going to use we want all the digits followed by any character, then without any white space one more time. So that's going to start with digits. So this one is not going to be printed out. Okay. So let's see. Oh, and if there's any space, they will be omitted. Okay, because we are filtering all the white space. Okay, now let's try another one here. This is just one. I'd say it's not specific one. It's just one easy one which may contain some of the words that are actually not dates. Okay. Here we are just saying we want all the digits that are 6 to 10 words long followed by character. Okay. So this is going to print out all of our all of the date formats. Okay, except this one because this one starts with a word, not digit. So here we can add another expression to, and this could be our optional one. Okay, so that's your I guess your task to do that. Just one single expression to match all of them. Now I am going to write one expression which is going to print out all these dates, whether it starts with October, that is words or not. This is going to print out all of them, but not them. Okay, here this one. It's a bit complex one. Now you can see here it prints out all of our dates that are with words. Okay. Now let's see what we have done here. So at first we're going to see, let's pull out all the words followed by one or more words. Okay, and we are closing it in a bracket, and this one is to just pull everything actually, and this what question mark is that this block is optional. Okay, so if there's nothing at the beginning, there's no word at the beginning, so we are going to use this one. Here it says let's print out, pull out all the digits that are at least 4 words long, 1 to 4, because someone may write a date where she, year is at the beginning, so it's 4 words long, that's why I did that. So let's see this one. At first two digits, so this will grab this one, and then we're telling followed by any word one more time, words. So yep, one more word or digit. So yeah, followed by followed by what? Followed by again digit. This one or more digit. Okay, it's a bit complex, but it can pull out all those data formats. Okay, now finally we are going to see on replacing. So how do we do replacing or substitution in using regular expression? So here it takes three arguments. One is our pattern. So we are pulling out all the digits from our text, and we are going to replace all the digits by this digit. Okay, so let's see. So you can see those are some digits and they are replaced by digits. So now you can write anything here. Okay, so all the digits are replaced by this anything. So with that, I think that's the end of this video. So there's a lot more to learn about regular expression because it's like regular expression itself in new language. Lots of things to learn, and it's a bit complex because when you see someone else code, it's hard to understand them at the first time what they did. I think you can see the documentation, Python documentation on regular expression to know a bit more flags, or there's a lot more actually. So I hope you find this video helpful. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.